Hi everyone, welcome back to the Tackle Cave. Today we're going to be teaching you about how to make your own Tenyas at home. First I'm going to talk about, a bit about the basic origins of Tenyas and show you the different examples that I have in front of me today. So let's say the original Tenya is either a Hong Kong hook or is an old Japanese technique of a weighted type of hook with a bait behind. This type of Tenyas are actually for offshore fishing. If you notice, these type of hooks, they are straight shanks, there's no offset or bend to it. But for Tenya hooks, they're always kind of offset. So if you're looking to buy some rather than make some of your own, don't look for hooks. Don't look for hooks that look like that. Get ones with an offset that bends back like that. Therefore, the prawn, when you put it on, can actually sit facing upwards like that rather than sitting on the bottom with a horizontal position. You want it angled up so you get more strikes and better hookup rates. So let's look at the kind of Tenyas that we have today. This is actually a Pro Hunter Tenya. It has a roundish type of head. If you guys make jigs or fish jig heads or anything else like that, you should know that the round type of jig head always sinks the fastest. If you notice as well, that the toe point is in the front of the Tenya. This is called a front toe. If you look at this one, which is actually made by Palms or Anglers Republic, it's kind of a cupcake shape of jig. It's actually center toe because it's attached from the middle rather than the front on the Pro Hunter we saw before. So this one will actually sink the fastest out of the three I'm comparing right now. This one would probably sink the slowest. The thing about this Tenya is that the bottom is offset, so it will be heavier than the top because it's tapered. If you can see, the top is actually smaller than the bottom. This means whenever you drop it towards the seabed, unlike this which will sit to the side, you can't sit straight, always be on the side, this one would always sit flat like that. So this is the Anglers Republic one, or Palms. This is actually the Daiwa kind of Tenya. It's kind of the same concept as the Palms, but it will fall a bit faster. It's more slim profiled, if you can see. Even this is a lighter one. The bottom area is probably bigger than this one, if you actually compare it like that. So this one will have the slowest fall rate. This one will have like a medium fall rate. This will have the fastest fall rate. But you notice, these two Tenyas will actually sit upright on the bottom, while this one will actually sit to the side no matter what you do. You can't do it. These two as well, they're center toe as I told you before, and this is a front toe. Okay, what's the difference between a center toe and a front toe? A front toe is normally used when you're fishing in faster currents. So this thing will be out like that and your boat is like that. So when you're drifting with the current, it actually allows it to sit like that in the current, when you're bouncing it up and down off the seafloor. So this is actually for fast current fishing. These center toes are actually for slower current fishing, where the current is near dead, and it's for vertical type of fishing because it doesn't really toe to the front. So this one you need faster currents and this one you need slower currents. So that's kind of it for the basis of Tenya. I'm going to put these away since we don't really need to talk about them anymore. The two styles that I make are actually front toe like this and kind of a center toe like that. Let me just show you. So it's the center toe. Just take this stick, put it in the swivel here. It actually balances like that. It's kind of folding, so this one actually is really nice. You can fit a lot of pieces in your tackle box. This one's more of a front toe, so it actually balances like that. So you need the current to actually carry it so this thing extends and you can fish it like that in the current. So they both work really well. But this one is more ideal for stronger type of fishing, like you're using PE 1.5 or so. This one is if you're using below PE 1, because this is actually attached by a swivel here, so it's not as strong as this one, which is kind of a lot stronger and a lot more solid. So I'm going to begin by teaching you how to make this one. Then we're going to move on to how to make this one. Then I'm going to show you how to tie your own stinger hooks as well. Okay, what we need as the basis for this type of Tenya are actually sinkers, right? You can cast them if you want, but I don't really have molds for these. They're not easy to find. I cast jig heads and stuff, but these you have to make your own custom mold if you really want to do casting. So if you can compare, this one is actually made of solid lead. The attachment point is made of lead. Everything about this is lead. This one on the other hand, if you can see, there's actually a steel wire insert here. So this one is not ideal for making this style of Tenya, which is this one again. Not ideal and ideal. The next thing we need is a Tenya hook. So I've actually got a pack of I think 100 over here. Let me take one out and show you. Tenya hooks are actually not really easy to find these days. They normally come in really small packs, such as this decoy one. I think 7 pieces for $7.50 is kind of expensive. This one's 100 and this one's much stronger. It's not made by Decoy, it's made by another Japanese brand called Harihide. So for this one, we're going to use the Harihide hook because this is for stronger type of fishes. You can use heavier lines. You can make this a lot bigger than you would with these because this is actually held up by a swivel, so it's not as strong. So you have your hook, right? You have your sinker. These are the 2 base materials. You need some assist cord like this. You need hammers so you can bang your lead. We're not casting it, remember? You need a pair of gauge shears. You need a small little thing you can bang the metal on. This is like a goldsmith's little anvil or something. And you need a block of wood or something like that, you know, to elevate it. Don't damage your tables. And you need a drill. But I think this is a 3mm kind of drill bit. Just any drill bit will do, so you can drill your hole for the hook later. So we begin. We're going to use the hammer to actually hit this thing until it's flat. My camera died just now, so I actually took it before. I'm just going to use that fast forward clip and show you guys. So over here we've actually finished. This is from the video I took before, but you know, the camera died. So you have this little point sticking out here. Normally the other piece of lead drops out like this. It always drops out when you hammer it in your hands. So this actually goes in the lead melting pot. It's going to be recycled, so it's okay. Take our gauge shears, cut off that little piece. You want to cut off this piece because when you hammer it later, this thing always makes, like, you know, always expands in the wrong direction, and it's not really a nice thing, you know, when you actually finish it later. So the next thing we're going to do after we finish the main body of the Tenya is to actually prepare the hook. I'm not going to teach you guys how to tie this or anything like that because I'm assuming you guys already know how to tie your own assist hooks and stuff like that. So from this, we need to make it into this. You need some assist cord. You need some solid rings like this. This is off AliExpress. You can get 100 for I think $10. Pretty good quality, so get these. Need some thread and some super glue. I'm using rod building thread size A because I've got lots of it. I'm just going to use it to tie this assist cord over here. Use the solid ring to make an attachment point for the stinger hook, which I'll show you how to tie later. If you notice here, there's a little bait keeper kind of thing. I'm going to show you guys how to make that because I don't think you guys actually know how to make one of these. So you get your wire. So this is actually hard stainless steel wire, I think 0.6 millimeters. It's $1.30, kind of cheap. Just get it. Take a pair of micro pliers. I actually use Victorinox ones because they're really good for this type of work. I'm just going to take it, I'm going to bend it a little bit. Like that. Just bend it in place. And we kind of got the little shape that we want already, as you can see over here. So I'm going to cut that off. That away, and we have a little piece already as the hook keeper. So this part will be attached to the hook using thread, and this part will be sticking out. So this will actually form that little hook keeper that we can see over here. Just tie it along with this. This one shouldn't be like, you know, it should be a ½ inch or so. This one should be 1.5 inches or about, you know, maximum 2 inches. Don't make it too long, don't make it too short. You need this to actually sway in the current. So I'm going to assume that you guys have already got to this point and are ready to attach the hook to the main body. So we'll need to drill the hole, and I'll show you guys how to do that. We've cleaned up our workspace here, so we can drill it on this block of wood. I don't want to damage this wood because I use it a lot. So I'm just going to put it in here, I'm going to drill it, I'm going to do it fast speed so you guys don't have to watch. If you guys can see, I've already got my hole. I've cleaned the burrs off a bit. I just need to clean it a bit more, but yeah, it's ready to go. So I'll put this away, take my little metal block. The space that you choose should be thick enough, long enough to fit in here. So this, you know, it's just nice. You want to make that hole not too close to the top. If not, it's going to be really hard to close later. You want it like that, maybe 1/4 inch or like, you know, 5 millimeters. I'm gonna slot this inside my little body of the Tenya. This is going to be about 60 grams because it's the number 4. Just going to line this up so both parts are actually exposed. So there's the part coming out here and coming out here. Sometimes it'll be offset like this, like, you know, obviously they didn't drill it straight through like that. It's kind of an angle. Doesn't really matter because it's a front toe. It will adjust itself. And you know, if I have it like this, the prawn's actually going to sit a lot higher in the water, so the fish are going to see it better. It's better to have it like that rather than the other way around, which is facing the other way, which is facing towards the ground, like that. So if you can see, this one, the prawn will actually sit like that rather than like that for the previous one. So I'm going to go with the previous one. So I'll put it through. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, once I've aligned these two, make sure this thing is kind of centered. You know, I don't want it to be hammered like that or like that. Take my hammer with a flat side like that. Okay, I'm just going to knock it slowly. So it's still loose, you can see it still moves. Don't hammer it too hard because you're going to deform the lead if you do so. So it's kind of tight, still wiggles a bit. I need to hit it a little bit more. A bit more. But yeah, that's good. See? This part, nice, flat, you know, no bending to the sides. Bottom's nice and flat. Fits on the table pretty well. Like, you know, when you touch the seafloor, it's not going to shake. Look at that. It's pretty good, right? Okay, so for our next style, which is this one over here, which is the folding style. You need a lead sinker with a metal insert such as this one, and you also need two things. One is this decoy kind of Tenya offset hook. I like to use large because medium is a bit small sometimes, and you know, if you only get big prawns to put this with, the medium's not going to cut it. You also need this thing, it's called an open swivel. It's made by Decoy, 7 pieces for about $4.50. You can get the M, you can get the L, you can get the S. They're all about the same strength. The thing about this one, why it's an open swivel, if you can see here, this is actually a rolling swivel, but the piece here is actually not joined. So you can actually put something in, then you close it later. Like they say with glue, I actually don't use any glue, I just clamp it shut. So let's take those out. And this is the hook. Okay, the thing about the hooks, the Decoy one is much better quality, but this one, the Hari Hide, is actually a spade hook. If you can see, this one has a hole, this one doesn't have a hole. For this, you need to use one with a hole. For the one like that before, you don't have to use one with a hole. If you use one with a hole, it won't go inside. So this one's a spade kind of hook, and this one is an eyed hook. First thing you do, actually pretty simple this one, just need to join these two together. You can see that this swivel, there's a gap here. I'm just going to slide my hook and get it inside. So I'm just going to put it in like that. You guys can see, just slot that hook in, make sure the swivel is like that, facing the correct directions. And I'm just going to take my sinker, like that, and close it. And we kind of have it, we just need to clamp this shut using a pair of pliers or something, close the gap, and it's kind of done. See, once I've closed it, it's kind of a lot smaller hole. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, it's a lot smaller. Sinker can't really come out anymore, hook can't come out, and actually we have made very easily our center weighted Tenya. These things, you know, because the parts are made by Decoy, it's kind of expensive to make. I wouldn't want to lose these are quite costly. And these ones, why I like them is you can put a lot in a tackle box because it can be folded. See, this one, it actually fits like that, rather than this, which has a lot bigger kind of shape. So you can fit more of these rather than these in a tackle box. But they're both good. This one's going to be a lot stronger, this one's going to be a lot weaker because of that swivel joint. It's not going to be as strong as this one. So I've shown you how to make two different types of Tenya, a frontal cupcake style and the folding center weighted style. Next thing I want to show you guys is how to tie the assist hook for these things. Using a number 4, if you can see, I use number 4s and number 5s because I don't fish really heavy line with Tenyas. I believe it's a light tackle technique. Maximum I'm going to go is a PE 1.5, that's it. But general fishing, I use PE 1 or PE 0.7. So for today's demonstration, I'm going to use number 4. So you're going to cut a length of fluoro like that. I don't really know the length because I'm just going to use this for demonstration today. Okay. For hooks, I use Tai Chi number 2s or number 4s. I like to use the SS versions because they're really strong, they're really sharp. They also don't rust, so you can actually use them for quite a while until it breaks. I mean, or rather the line breaks. So it's kind of, you know, you have 2 lines like that. I mean, this is a single line. So we're going to fold into half like that, right? And we're going to, actually going to use a fly vise. I don't think you guys will be able to see it very well. I'm not going to use the base of this because no, I can't have it horizontal. If you guys know what a snell is, the thing about this is that you need to tie a snell, but using 2 lines together. Just snell it with maybe about 3 or 4 rounds. So guys, if you can see, that's a snell knot. I'm just going to pull it tight so it looks good. If you can see, snell knot using 2 lines. Basic same principle, just use 2 lines rather than 1. Do about 3 to 4 rounds for both lines together. Close it shut. For today, I'm not going to use any loops. I'm just going to demonstrate it to you guys like that. It doesn't really need loops to work. So once I tie my snell, I'm going to cut off those tag ends. Not really good idea to use gauge shears to really start work, but yeah. So if you notice, on a lot of these leaders, they have the knot over here. I'm not going to use the knot today. You can tie one on if you want. It's just a normal loop knot. Then they have this twisted kind of effect. So we're going to twist this line. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You can use a drill with something. I'm just going to use this and I'm going to spin it. Just going to turn it with my hands. Just turning the hook. You can see it actually gets twisted like that. And because fluorocarbon or even nylon monofilament has memory, it's going to stick like that. See? It's all twisted. Just twist it a bit more. You know, if you've overdone it, you'll notice that the thing will kind of twist like that rather than be in a straight line. So you don't want to overdo it. You just want to feel until it's straight like that. You see that one here? It's still thing popping out. That means I've overdone it already. So I'm just trying to straighten that out a bit. And I'm going to release it. It's not going to be straight because I overdid it just to show you guys. See this thing from just now? The memory is still going to be stuck there. So actually this is twisted already. If you can see, it's not going to spring out by itself. It's already twisted. It's going to stick. The loop's already like that. I don't have a knot like this one here, which is the Daiwa stock one. What I can do for this one is that split ring, that solid ring we made just now. I'm just going to thread that end over here into this thing. Like that. Just put it straight through and put the hook in that little loop in there. And we tighten it like that, and we have our stinger hook. So that's one way you can make a Tenyas. Obviously this one's a bit too long. I could have measured it, but I'm just making a video to show you guys how to do this. If it's shorter, you probably can't see anything. Same thing for this one. Instead of having an attachment point like this on the solid ring, we normally attach it to this point over here. We don't slot it inside because there's still a hole in there, you know, it will fall out. So maybe I'll just show you guys instead. Okay, we have taken the same stinger hook off that Tenya. We're going to put it on this one. So the difference is we're just going to thread it like that. And we're going to loop it again. It's going to fit inside like that. Don't really slot in the loop. Make sure it's tied in the same way it is for the other one. So when we go fish, this thing actually goes in the prawn's head and this will be in the body. So yeah, that's how you make your own Tenyas at home. The folding one and the cupcake style. Come to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you learned something today, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, any comments, you know, you have any questions like, you know, what brand the hooks are, where to get the sinkers, leave your comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again.